The way you, I mean,
I have nothing to say other than
So other problems that we have too, when you began to shoot, can you honestly tell us that you ever saw a gun inside that vehicle?
I saw a barrel come up on the window, like a single shot shotgun where there's a barrel. I didn't see this part of the barrel, I saw that part of the barrel. And it was either a barrel or a stick, but sir, they're like, we're gonna kill you. And then they say, you're dead, bitch. I mean, I didn't wait to look to see if they were gonna point it at me. He reached down and picked it up. And
you
then
say he, who reached down and picked it up?
Well, hopefully it's the guy that I hit. Though it was.
Where was he sitting when he reached
He
down
was sitting in the rear passenger side.
Okay.
And that's the guy that was really agitated. And then that's the guy that I asked, are you talking about you're going to kill me? Like I said, I didn't know what, you know. My window was up. He was saying a lot, but that's what came through. And I put my window down to ask him.
And the music is still playing at this time? And
Yes, but he is really loud and really animated.
Louder than the music that's bothering you?
Yes, well, the music was a nuisance at first. You know, with my car shut and the windows up, and you just hear the heavy bass. And like I said, I just said, hey, would you mind turning it down? And they did. They shut it off, which, you know, I said thanks. But it really wasn't an issue of loud music. It was an issue of them threatening my life.
But it started from me.
Absolutely, and you know that's when I started telling you guys
was
I'm
playing when
embarrassed.
you pulled up?
No, it was not.
It was not?
No, it wasn't in the out of the car, and she'd been gone for a little bit. She wasn't in the store very long.
I shouldn't. I say she's not in there very long.
Like we said, there's some issues that we have. I'll be the first to tell you there's no weapons in the car. I don't know what you saw.
That's possible. When they drove off, they dumped it.
They never left the parking lot.
Yeah, they drove out, circled right back around, and came right back to that spot.
Oh, okay, because
They circled around until they saw you leave, and then they drove right back. Because they saw you leave at that
They saw
point.
you leave and they realized their friend had been hit. So they never left the parking
And they
lot.
came right back at that point.
okay. Well, I don't know what to tell you.
Here's what has to happen. And I know that from your position right now that you're going to do everything to protect yourself. And I can't say that I blame you for that. But we're going to need the total truth as to what happened. Not this story that I've had from 7:30 last night till 12 o'clock today to fix up. Okay, because the only thing that's going to make sense to us is the truth matching the scene. And there was the biggest problem we got, the first hurdle we got to get over is that there is no weapon in that truck.
Do you have a stick? Because he stuck something up.
I'll double check it. I don't recall seeing anything like that, really. But I'll double check it. I'll look again. But, you know, obviously our main thing is when we're going through, we're looking for any kind of weapons, any kind of evidence of a weapon, shell casing,
Well, the
bullets.
second problem we have is that the last set of rounds when the truck is backing away from you, and you put 4 more sets in it, 4 more shots into it. That's an issue. Because now if it's backing away, it's no longer a threat.
Yes, sir, I understand that. In my mind, they had a weapon.
Murder case down in Florida that began with a fight over loud music. Michale Dunn is claiming self-defense in the shooting death of an unarmed teenager, may seek protection under Florida's Stand Your Ground law. ABC's Steve Osunsami has the story.
This morning, as attorneys seat a jury for his murder trial, 47-year-old software developer Michale Dunn is pleading not guilty, saying what happened outside this Florida gas station is a clear case of self-defense.
911. May I please have the ambulance? Somebody's been shot.
Prosecutors say the argument started over loud music coming from this red SUV. Dunn and his girlfriend had just left his son's wedding in November 2012. He says he was in the car outside asking 4 black teenagers in the Durango to turn it down.
I said, hey, would you guys mind turning that down? And they shut it off.
In this November 2012 interrogation video, he explained that they then turned it back up. When he complained, they started yelling from inside the vehicle. That's when Dunn says he saw something point at him from the SUV.
It was either a barrel or a stick, but sir, they're like, we're going to kill you.
Dunn says he grabbed a 9mm from his glove box, fired 4 shots, and then walked outside his car, firing another 4 bullets as the SUV tried to back away. High school senior Jordan Davis, just 17, and in the back seat, was killed. His 3 teenage friends survived.
At a loss to justify what I did on the second volley, other than to say I thought they were going to be shooting back.
Police found no weapons in the SUV. Davis's mother, heartbroken.
It's like vigilantism. It's not just about Jordan. A lot of other people have died behind these laws.
The lead prosecutor is the same state attorney who failed to convict George Zimmerman, who also argued self-defense in the shooting death of another black 17-year-old, Trayvon Martin. For Good Morning America, Steve Osunsami, ABC News, Atlanta.
Talk about this with ABC's chief legal affairs anchor, Dan Abrams. We just saw the picture of Trayvon Martin there. A young black man is dead right now. Stand your ground is being talked about. Are the cases really similar?
Well, look, apart from the fact that they were both unarmed, they're not that similar. And the key difference is that in the George Zimmerman case, in my view, the most important piece of evidence was the fact that he had injuries on the back of his head. Why was that so important? Because that forced the prosecutors to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that he didn't actually fear great bodily injury, didn't reasonably believe that he could have great bodily injury or death inflicted upon him. Here, there is no evidence of injury. There is no gun. It's that combination that is going to make this a much, much harder defense than George Zimmerman.
Does that mean that Michale Dunn cannot succeed under Stand Your Ground?
No, look, and the key is really going to be self-defense. He did not seek a Stand Your Ground hearing. Remember, one of the most controversial parts of Stand Your Ground is it lets you try and avoid a trial. It allows you to go to a judge and say, I shouldn't be tried at all. There wasn't a Stand Your Ground hearing here. So this is Stand Your Ground / self-defense. The most important question is going to be, was he reasonable in his belief that he was trying to prevent death or great bodily injury?
He saw something, but there wasn't a gun there.
Well, the problem is also the authorities would say that there were inconsistent statements in what he said. So this, I think that this is a much harder defense than was the case of George Zimmerman.
Okay, Dan Abrams, thanks very much.
Such a tragic loss of life.